In this screencast, I'm going to take you through creating your own search page asset, which will allow you to more easily find pages that you want to work with within your site in Matrix. So first of all, we've got a dummy site here, and we've got a couple of dummy assets as well. So we'll just start by creating a new search page, so that, and we'll just call it internal search. So this is just going to be for people authoring a website rather than actual public website users. So once that's created, we're going to choose the types of assets that we want to actually search for. So we're going to make just standard pages to begin with. Now you could easily extend that to any other types of assets that you work with, but standard pages are probably a good example. Root nodes will just set to the entire site, but you could potentially pick a parent folder or even multiple sites here. So for the moment, though, we'll just select that one site. And then down here, in terms of the statuses we want to search for, I'm going to select them all. If you're just working with a particular type of asset, you could obviously pick those. And that's pretty much all we need to do on the details screen, so I'll just save that. Now if we flick to the search field screen, and this is just basic configuring a search page. So we'll set allow empty searches to yes. Normally you'd leave that at no, but by doing yes we can actually get a list of all the pages that are within this particular site. And we just have to create a search field. So I'm just going to call this one search field. Okay, now that that's saved, we want to include all our data sources, so not just attributes, we want metadata fields and content of standard pages as well. And we'll leave the word logic to all words. The searches will be a bit more specific that way. Okay, now if we expand this, what we want to do is edit the initial search page layout. And what we'll do is we'll just insert the field we've created. So I'll delete that, and in the drop down we should have input field for search-field, which is the one we just created. So we'll save that. Okay, so now what we want to do is edit the contents of the default format. And this is where most of the magic happens. And instead of the standard asset name links, I'm just going to switch to the code view, and we'll copy the code from the book and just paste it in there. If you have any issues with this next bit, just try copying the code from the website instead of the book. You just might get some odd line breaks in part of here, so just double check that. So now I'll just explain one part of that code as well. What we're actually doing is with each of our items that we're listing in the search results, we're saying rather than linking to the actual asset, we're going to link to the admin interface for each of those assets. And then what we're also going to do is down here just pass the asset ID so that Matrix knows which asset we want to edit. And then the last thing is we can actually specify the screen that we want to go to. So in this particular case we're going to the contents or edit content screen, but we could also go to the detail screen, for example, instead. So now if we just preview that, because we set allow empty searches to yes, we can just hit submit. Then we get a list of 4 standard pages. And now what we need to do is just click on one of those, so John Smith, and there we go, we get taken straight to the edit content screen. So in this particular example, I mean, we've only got 4 pages in the site, so it's not as useful, but you can imagine if you've got quite a substantial site and you're looking to edit a particular asset, this can be quite a quick way to do it. So part of the advantage here is that you're not searching across the entire system, which is especially important where if you have hundreds of sites in your system and you're just editing one particular site, you don't want to have to use the quick search, which will give results from anywhere in the system. But the other advantage to something like this is you can really customize the look and feel, or you can only search for particular types of assets with date ranges and all that sort of thing. It's just a quicker way to be able to find and then edit your assets within Matrix.